Go live. Let's do this.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. First time doing that. Let's see how it works. We'll see how it looks, bruv.
All right. Cool. What's up, chat? How y'all doing today?
Good morning,
Uh,
or good afternoon, good evening.
Bro said morning. It is 4 where you are at, bro.
Hey,
Get a
listen, bro.
grip.
Listen, bro. Do I
Get
come
a
over?
grip.
Do I come over to your place of non-employment? Listen, bro. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be saying that of all people.
Bro, that goes double for you.
I
It goes.
know, I know, I know. I feel bad. I immediately took it back. All right, that was uncalled for.
Yeah.
I
How
mean,
how y'all doing on this fine
actually,
Sunday afternoon,
as an
chat?
apology, bro, I'll apologize. You're doing better than me. All right,
Uh, Appreciate it. Thank you.
yeah.
You're
I
breathing air today. You
Oh,
know.
okay, yeah, no. I took it one too far. Shouldn't have complimented you. That was my mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely was. Definitely was. Um, let's see.
Um,
Kenny on Demon Time. Referring to Kenjaku as Kenny is crazy.
uh,
If I may.
Gaia hitting that realism button hard this week, dude. Right, Liv, dude. Literally, his art. I was telling BR about this before we started. His art's been like, yeah.
Yeah, no, go and say the
No,
take.
no,
Say the
no, it's
take.
not important. You know, we're all here. We're all,
Listen.
listen.
Chat. You over there? Yeah,
No, listen.
you over
Let's just keep that between us, bro.
Yeah, that's what I thought, buddy. Why you bringing it up? I think she's also talking about the realism of the fucking portrayal of the U.S. government more than anything.
That
Um,
probably makes more sense. All right.
yeah, I don't think she's talking about the one arm panel in this chapter. You know what I mean?
Listen,
Um,
bro. I fucking love JJK, but is it so wrong that I have certain opinions about Gege Akutami's art style? No.
that Kreams thinks Gege can't draw.
I literally never said Gege can't draw. What I said was, the exact way I phrased it was Gege consistently beats the unable to draw allegations that certain parties have been levying against him, and I'm very happy to see that. That's it. That is literally
What
it.
chat? I'm gonna throw Kreams under the bus for you guys' entertainment. Watch. All right. What he said before stream
Lies.
was, and I quote,
Source.
"Gege draws like he's able to follow a manga step-by-step tutorial really well." End quote.
First of
Bro,
all,
you're
slander.
He's saying
You
you're
have
a
no proof.
mangaka.
Proof?
Oh yeah, I'll pull up the recording real quick. Are you gonna play it on stream?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I just want
Well
to see
then,
if you have
no
it.
need. No need then. If you're not gonna play it on stream, no need then. It's cool. Ads in lives now. Ads have always been in lives.
Yeah. Uh, listen. Okay, no. Hold on. I have to defend this take. All right. I didn't mean like Gege can't draw. Right. What I mean is, the art style of JJK is so fucking rustic. Right. That I was like under the impression that Gege has to draw like that, not that he can draw like that, like by choice.
He thinks Gege's incompetent.
That is literally okay. That is not fair, bro. Look, it's like with
Oh,
Oda, bro. Okay, I'll put it to you this way, right? Because y'all are weird about One Piece. Okay, when you see Oda drawing One Piece, are you really like, yeah, I'm not a fan of One Piece's art style, but you don't say Oda's a bad artist because Oda
I do.
can fucking draw. Okay, he chooses to draw One Piece like that. It's not like how he draws; he just draws One Piece like that. And for me, I've never seen Gege draw normal to be able to be like, oh yeah, the way he draws Gege is like a choice rather like than the best of him making the best out of a bad situation. All right, that's it.
Interesting.
Okay, I
Interesting.
love the art style. All right, I always loved it. I'm just saying like. It's like in the same way I think. Okay, nope. I refuse.
Yeah. No.
No,
I was gonna.
no.
Yeah,
You know exactly.
Yeah.
No, shut up. No.
You know what he thinks about Kubo?
No,
You wanna know what he
listen.
thinks about Kubo?
Listen.
I'll say this. He thinks Gege and Kubo are two sides of the same coin. I'll leave it at that, Chad. If you're smart enough to put it together, I'll leave it to that. I'll just say that. He thinks
Dude,
Gege's
the
a good
art is
writer,
great, Sean.
not a great
I
artist.
love the art, right? I'm just saying like it is nice to know that like it's a choice, not like the best out of a bad situation. Why am I getting misquoted here?
All I'm saying is you said he draws like he can barely do so, and I think
That
that's
is
mad
literally not what
disrespectful.
I said. That is literally not what I said. Relax.
I don't know. I don't know. And then mixed with the Kubo shit. I don't know. I don't know. Chat, y'all better be I wonder if Giga can draw normal is a crazy statement. But yeah.
God. Gege on that projection sorcery grind and Kreams don't got the 6 eyes for it. Listen, bro, it's Kreams.
How do you spell it?
He spelled it Kreems.
Got you. I've never been disappointed so fast. Well, stick around and we'll really show off the disappointment streak we can hit you with.
Again, not a rip on Gege. It was just supposed to be a little like offhanded comment, bro. And
you're done for. I'm throwing you in JJK jail. It's over for you, buddy.
Bro, this is why I didn't get added.
You got it's actually exactly why.
Don't give context. Don't give context.
Yeah, no, for sure. If you want to be free of this, you're gonna have to do 10 hours of JJK community service.
What is that? Make a fucking Mio video?
Yes, I actually there is actually so you remember you responded to something about like Bushama was saying some Miwa stuff, and you were like, Johnny was like, we simp for Miwa in this house, and you're like, you're in the wrong house. Then.
Yeah.
I was gonna tweet, if I ratio you with this, you have to make an hour-long positive video.
Ratioing me is easy work. All right, that's not a flex anymore.
I know. I want you to make the Miwa video. Hence why I set the bar so ridiculously low.
Oh, actually, Liv, you just reminded me of something. It wasn't exact, but the creamery thing Liv sent, bro, I'm still mad about my handle. Yo, chat, let me get something on my chest. So YouTube sends out the invite to have creators change their handles, right? Because those are coming out, right? I go to make mine. Kreams is taken. So you know what I have to do? I have to fucking go by Kreamsy. Disgusting. Disgusting, bro. Like I'm sick. I'm sick. Like Kreamsy.
You just gotta find the person who took it and then
like hunt them down, bro.
In a video game. In a video game, of course.
Of course, in Minecraft,
yeah, of course,
because it's all fake. But like, listen, when it comes to my handle, okay, I love like the name that I've come up with, right? And it sucks that like the Y I've only put there because it just looked slightly aesthetically better than Kreams YT for YouTube, and I don't want to add any ampersands. I don't want to add any what do you call underscores. I don't want to add like slashes. No, it has to look normal, right? I actually did try Kreamsy or Real Poet with the Z, but I forgot the password for that account. So if you look it up, it was my first like second channel, and I made it like on a burner email because it was like on a whim. And I just completely forgot all the logins in like a day or so. So it just exists out there, and I just couldn't figure out how to delete it. So all I did was just block it on my main account, so I wouldn't have to like see it ever again.
Oh, bro, you got a fan in chat.
Oh, thanks.
That's crazy.
Thanks, shiny number one. Yeah. So that's been my handle story. This guy, cocky bastard that he is, got his handle. No sweat.
I didn't even like go for mine. It was just like, this is your current handle. Change it if you want. So, yeah.
Absolutely like furious. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Let me tweet this out real quick.
Yo, Leafy Kevin, what are we doing? What's going on? Whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna tweet out. Do you have the thumbnail?
Already.
Of course.
I typically just tweet out my favorant panel.
I mean, it just happens to be the.
Yeah, just happens to basically be the entire thing. Yeah.
Honored Ones podcast. By the way, I think like in our, I don't know if this is like preamble content or just like main content, but man, I am so sad about Super Smartphone. Like, I did not see that coming, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I stopped reading it a while ago, so.
So did I, but like I was busy, right? And I was just like, oh, okay, the manga has got it in the bag. Clearly this is a me issue, right? My availability is the problem. And then I find out apparently no, everybody was on this fucking wave.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the chapter that came out today, fucking dark. Like to find out what actually happened to his brother, because I was just curious about the ending, right? Because like the big mystery was what happened to his brother. Did you read the chapter?
No.
Do you want me to just tell you? Do you care?
Yeah, don't spoil me.
Oh wait, really?
No, I'm joking. I don't care.
Oh,
Go ahead.
it was a wild explanation. Basically, the main villain killed him like as a kid for practice to kill his father and buried his body underneath like a mansion that was being developed, which is a wildly dark fucking like ending for a Shonen Jump like super smartphone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the big reveal was like the super smartphones AI is like the deceased is like the souls of their deceased loved ones. Crazy shit.
Wait. The super smartphone is the soul of their deceased loved ones?
Yeah, all the super smartphones are the souls of their deceased relatives.
Damn.
Yeah, and dude, honestly, pretty trippy reveal, right? But like, I think what's even cooler is the topic itself, like addressing that theme. It's like, oh, is a person's identity the things they leave behind? Like they put so much of themselves in something like a smartphone that they carry with them every single day, that they use every day, that they put so much of themselves in. Does it mean that a part of their soul stays inside the thing? And I'm like, dude, that is such a Black Mirror 21st century kind of like metaphysical connection between human and technology theme. And just to, I don't know, man. It's such a unique thing, and I hate to see unique things get like canned. You know, apparently
Yeah.
its ending is coming out in the physical release, but
Gotcha.
it was a bummer.
Yeah. I seen Doofy dancing fucking
I
on the smartphone.
bro,
I mean, to be fair, you're gonna be able to get your get back very quickly.
Aliens area bet
Air,
next, bro.
Aliens area is not lasting very long. That shit is
It was so boring.
that shit is ass. I was about to say I've never read a first chapter that bad. That's such a lie, but that chapter was just so boring. Nothing interesting. But let it rock until it gets canceled, and then you can get your get back with Doofy.
It's just such a tragedy, BR. You know, like it's
A tragedy, maybe a minor misfortune.
tragedy.
Minor misfortune at best. Tragedy is crazy.
I mean, did you not just hear the big reveal what happened to his brother? I think that's crazy dark.
I think it's dark. I don't know if that. Are you talking about that being a tragedy, or the fact that it's getting canceled is a tragedy?
It's a bit of both, but mostly the fact that it got canceled. Like, I'll put it to you this way, right? I wanted to know what the mystery was, or like the reveal of it, but damn, did he made some weird decisions with his character writing. Like,
It wasn't very good past like chapter 4. That's all. He fumbled. He folded.
I mean, how do you not think that's an interesting theme? Like, same for you, chat. Like, what do you think of the whole technology? Is it a piece of us kind of thing? Like that's cool, right?
Yeah. I mean, I could see myself being interested in it, but I'm not attached to any of the characters, so I don't really give a fuck about any of the themes that they're trying to represent. That's why.
I guess maybe in the hands of like a more experienced mangaka, because like I'll say this, right? I definitely think the super smartphone mangaka was like off to a way better start, or has a better foundation than the guy who made Doron Dororon or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I'll say probably he had a much better start, but Doron Dororon or whatever the fuck generally was like I kept reading that, right? Even though I didn't like it all that much, I kept reading that. I can't say the same for Super Smartphone. I just could not be bothered at the end of the day. That shit was so. Because it's like
it had potential, man.
Everything has potential.
No, but it had real potential.
Mm.
Okay, listen. It wasn't like the Greek tragedy of Phantom Seer, okay? But it was still
Phantom Seer is a you got me worked up about Phantom Seer. I'm mad Phantom Seer is not still running in the fucking in the magazine, bro. That shit pisses me off.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of people like that one. That one's a sore spot for a lot of anime manga people.
Phantom Seer was genuinely so fucking good. Like, I'm not saying it should have stayed in there because it was selling well or whatever. I don't know, but just from a quality standpoint, I was genuinely really enjoying Phantom Seer. So for it to just like disappear in 30 chapters, I was like, I'm sick to my stomach right now.
It's a shame, cause like,
Yeah.
I heard that like we still don't know why Shueisha canned it.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Man, bro, we could have just got rid of One Piece to make room for Phantom Seer.
Bro, don't even.
Shit.
If they got rid of One Piece, dude, I love Gege. but he would need the super soldier serum to keep Weekly Shonen Jump on his fucking back at that point. Are you kidding me? You're giving him a
He
burden,
don't.
bro.
I don't need to. I don't need him to carry. I don't give a fuck about most of the manga in there. All Gege need to do is carry his series.
Oh, what
Shit.
yo, I'm telling you, I think Weekly Shonen Jump like has a good chance of just canning everything, being like, all right, magazine's not working, just can everything. We'll start fresh from like Jump Plus. Like, I don't trust them enough to be like, okay, you know, JJK is like amazing, sales are good, blah 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 blah. Let's take it over to Jump Plus. I will say though,
And they did that with Chainsaw Man. I don't see why they wouldn't with JJK.
I mean, Chainsaw Man ended, or rather, Part One ended. So like,
yeah, Gege can just say, all right, this is JJK Part 1. If he wants to continue telling the story, right?
I mean, didn't he
In
do
a
that with
month,
Zero?
we'll restart.
Yeah, I guess.
We'll just pick it back up with JJK Part 2 and Jump Plus. I'll have more time, more pages, more freedom. Shit, bro. I don't know. So what I'm hearing is, for the sake of JJK, One Piece must die. That's funny. Anyways.
Yeah, that is a
yeah.
roundabout, I guess, way of saying that. All right.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, how that was a fun little preamble. How are you guys in chat doing? We're gonna start like the official episode thing. So if you guys like want to say anything off rip that's gonna get cut, just for us, you know, just for the early birds here, now is the time to do it. Kind of a speak now, forever hold your peace thing.
Yeah. Let's see. Get rid of OP, methinks. See, you get it.
No.
You get it.
L.
He understands. He knows ball. He knows ball.
Yo,
He gets it.
Landa, I just clocked that chat. Yes, I am flabbergasted that Undead Unluck has been going on this long. That is okay. Listen,
Because of sales or because of quality?
sales. Are you kidding me, dude? The second any volume of Weekly Shonen Jump is in the red, it's like they have their hands on the trigger, dude. They have their hands on like the nuke button. Like that is wild to me because I actually enjoy Undead Unluck a lot. It's weird, right? The writing is better than its art by so much, but it's like no,
What?
no, not by so much. Fuck that. No. Okay, no,
Bro,
that was a crazy take. No.
I was about to say, like,
Yeah.
Undead Unluck's art goes hard. Like, I love the writing, but I'm like, its art is fucking insane. What are we?
I think the
What are we doing?
the art style roundedness kind of bothers me, but it's just not for me, right? But the story is so trippy, because dude, come on, the concepts thing, the power system in Undead Unluck actually goes kind of crazy. You can't, don't even
really
lie.
Cool. Why would I like Undead Unluck?
You're a hater, bro. Like, what do you want?
Bro, we've already established, I guess, in the future for them, I'm a hater. That's major flaw is I can't hate on everything. When I do hate, it's strong hate. But I can't hate on everything I come across.
Yes,
I'm not like you for real.
Dude, can I just say, guys, you're in for a treat.
That's a
down the
fucking
line.
great
Yeah.
pre-recorded.
Yeah, that is.
That's a great pre-recorded.
Yeah, we just shot a pre-recorded episode. I guess this will be like for early birds here. Yeah, we shot a pre-recorded honored ones because we want to bring those back slowly, right? Like we mentioned last week. And we just shot the first one, and I gotta say,
that shit was fucking funny.
That shit was great. Yeah.
I think we were in our bag. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, one of I think the most fun we've ever had shooting anything. Yeah, because dude, we went back and forth so hard, and I think like a couple placements people might hate on, ironically, but
yeah,
I think we defended our points pretty well.
Yeah, real quick, before we get started, somebody just said Blue Look is edgier than it needs to be, and I just gotta say, I think I despise you for that take. I'm sorry. Every fiber of my being is furious at you. Blue Lock is peak, and I need people that read JJK, Berserk, anything where they say some crazy shit. Get over yourself, all right? Listen, edgy shit is just part of manga. Deal with it.
I mean, what do you count as edgy? It has to be edgy. Like Disney XD has edginess.
Now what?
But it scales to the verse, man. I don't know how to describe it to you. It's like, you know, when like the early 2000s Disney Channel shows, you could always tell who the bully was because they'd be wearing black.
Sure.
That was edgy. Like that was edgy. Like the edginess scales.
Yeah, I guess so. Listen, I get the apprehension to getting into Blue Lock. I understand. Listen, trust me.
That's soccer.
I'm not.
Same with
I'm
Haiku.
not fucking. Yo, say Haikyuu again real quick.
Haikyuu.
Nah, you changed it. I heard that. I heard that switch up. That's crazy.
Lies.
Anyways. Ignoring the fact that Kreams tried to disrespect one of the best manga ever.
Tried to. Okay.
Blue Lock's pretty good. Blue Lock's pretty good. It's like a 9 out of 10.
So here's my question to all sports manga, sports series fans, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you get over the thing they're doing, right? Because I tried to get into haiku, right? And I've seen like video essays and people like fucking riding or dying for this series, and I objectively get it, right? I'm just like, oh yeah, the profound effect the series had, blah 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 blah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I watch it, and I no matter what happens, no matter what they argue about, the fucking volleyball of it all just eats away at me. It is so distracting, bro. I'm just like, I can't. It doesn't compute for me.
Do you ever like a slice of life manga?
Yes.
Okay. How do you get over the fact that their conflict is literally like, oh, my friend doesn't like me anymore?
I'll tell you why, right? Because it doesn't like shonenify that drama. You don't see somebody going like, ultimate attack, talk about my feelings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they don't do that in Haikyuu.
I mean,
or Hajime no Ippo.
Hold up. Hajime no Ippo fucking slaps, first of all right?
It's literally a sports manga.
It's a fighting sports manga. It's different. Yeah, like if they have the attitude of like are you insane? It's boxing. You could die.
It's a sport. Yes, good job. Like telling me a sport is a sport.
You are not going to sit there and compare volleyball to boxing.
I'm not saying they're the same thing. You said, how do sports manga readers do this? And I'm like, yeah, Hajime no Ippo is a sports manga. It's a manga about boxing, and boxing is, say it with me now, a sport.
Oh, hello. You'll notice you say you're not going to challenge me to a volleyball game. You're going to box me.
What? Yeah, sure. Because I want to inflict pain, not fucking embarrass you.
Maximum technique free therapy is hilarious. Listen, all I'm saying is that, sure, you could want to play volleyball. You can, like, get inspired to try out the sport, blah, 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 right? But I'm saying, right, when it comes to the actual, like, day-to-day interactions, right, it is so difficult to overlook, like, volleyball. Soccer is slightly more bearable. It's a more popular sport, whatever, right? But volleyball is a big ask for me, right? If you like it, I don't begrudge that, you know, do what you will. But me personally, you know, it's not for me. I'm sorry.
Hey, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Like I get it. I get it.
Ippo.
Like if you fuck with the go into the grocery store arc over Haikyuu, I'm with you. I get it. But you know, an evolved individual like myself is able to like understand that stakes only have meaning because you like the characters.
Literally,
that's just me. You know, no shade to you at all. That's just how I move. That's how I move throughout the world personally.
It's pretty dark over here. You say there's no shade.
Yeah, no shade at all. No shade at all. Megami, put that away real quick, please. Thanks. Yeah, sorry. Maybe that was the accidental shadow casting.
Someone once told me girls like haiku because it's a more feminine sport. In my opinion, I think girls volleyball goes way harder than males volleyball.
Of course you do. Of course you do, buddy. We know
it is
way
more brutal.
No, we know.
No,
we know exactly
I'm
why.
not.
No, we know exactly why.
So you're telling me, fucking CEO of misogyny, Broken Ronin, watches the WNBA? What was that?
Yes.
You fucking cap, bro. How are you saying that? No. Say the full statement. Say you watch the WNBA regularly.
No, I don't. But the thing is, I don't watch any sports regularly, so that's not a fair question to ask me.
Then why'd you say yes?
You asked me if I've watched the WNBA. I
said actively. It was present tense.
No, you didn't. You did not say actively. Don't lie. Run the tape back, chat. Run the tape back.
Chat.
Run it back.
I will simply deny it. Hold on. What
Run it back. Broken now. You're back at it again. Is
dude,
crazy.
Spit. I'm telling you, bro. He's like this for real, for real.
I'm the least misogynistic person on this podcast. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say.
Yo, it's not fair of you to air out Live and Land like that.
Interesting.
We're trying to cover for them, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, listen. I get it. I understand. I'm not fucking pushing the sports manga agenda right now, but
By the
I
way,
do
Liv,
think.
I'm not comparing volleyball to WNBA. Like I preferring volleyball. I'm saying volleyball is better.
All right, well, hold on. You guys are kind of disrespecting basketball, so I don't know if I can let
Bro,
this slide. But
basketball is an okay sport, I
you're dumb.
guess.
You're dumb. You're dumb. Sorry. Opinion. I don't. We can't have this conversation anymore. Basketball's okay. Anyways.
It's okay. Like it's not
No,
like
no, no. He's wrong.
bro.
Chat. Moving on from the.
Oh my
I
god.
can't. Basketball's okay.
It's okay.
Ah,
Okay,
you're
that
you're
is not
literally a delusional
a
person.
negative.
You're a
That is
delusional
literally
person.
not a negative take. What is
You're
wrong
not
with what I
positive. You're not doing a backflip when I talk to you about basketball. You're already incorrect.
Oh my god,
Uh,
bro, you can't
done.
even play it. Like, what are you doing?
I can't even play. Kreams, what sport can you play? And nothing. Anyways, all right. That's crazy. That's insane.
I love the little pause before that statement. You just have to like process what I said.
It's just ugh. Anyways, fuck. Yeah, I'm hiding this one. Yeah, no, you don't get to speak that shit into existence. Bro said Creams is spitting. Had to get rid of that comment. Can't let that slide. No cream supporting here.
Yeah, you're funny,
Nah.
bro. You're funny, bro.
Creams is short. Of course, he thinks it's okay. You know what? That kind of yeah. See, you kind of put it all together in my head.
Oh my god.
You
No,
kinda,
no,
I get it.
no,
I get it. I get
no.
it. I get it.
Hold
Because
up,
basketball's
hold
a
up.
tall man sport.
There is
I
no way you're
understand,
doing this to
bro.
me, chat. Chat,
I
right
get
now.
it, bro.
How
I
tall? No,
understand.
don't say shit. How tall do you think we are?
Chat, he's 5'4".
Shut the fuck up, bro.
In shoes.
Literally. How did we get on this topic?
You shat on sports manga.
This is the lamest debate. That's what I'm saying, bro. Because sports are kind of mid more broadly. Like fighting sports, S tier, right? Every other sport, eh.
Uh, uh,
You want to watch a golf game? You want to watch cricket, badminton?
If they got a good manga on it, sure. I'm not watching the actual sport. Hell no. I'll watch an anime or read a manga on it for sure. They be playing that shit up. They be making shit intense.
Bro, you know what? Sports manga I actually really, really want to see. I want to see I forgot what it was called. Something no pedal. It's the biking one. Cause like I'm really into biking, bro. I'm just really biking slaps.
He's clowning volleyball, and he wants to read a manga about people going on leisurely strolls.
There's first of all, a stroll refers to a walk, clown. Second of all,
my god.
Second of all, cycling goes crazy. What other sport?
Bro talking about
hold up. What other sports do its elite athletes are able to fucking bike on highways, bro?
God, bro.
Are you able to
Bro
play?
is talking about He wants to read a manga about someone riding in the park. I'm sick. I'm about to throw up.
Cycling.
I'm sick to my stomach.
Cycling.
I'm sick to my stomach. Bro said basketball's okay, but riding a bike? No, that's hard. Nah.
You were deranged.
Nah.
Okay, so rank top 5 sports. Then we'll get into the episode. Top 5 sports. Go right now.
Top 5 sports to watch or play, because those two things become completely different.
Either or. I want to hear both lists. Top 5. Go.
Okay, basketball's number 1 for, I guess, for watching and playing, I guess.
Go on.
What'd you say?
Go on.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, okay. I thought you said biking for a second. I got bored. I would say boxing is number 2 for watching. Soccer's number 2 for playing. 3 is football for playing. And then for watching, I'll say football. 4 for watching soccer. 4 for playing football. And then 5 boxing for playing the sport, I guess. And 5 for fuck boxing for 5. Let's see. Tennis kind of hit to play. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then to watch, I'll say
tennis is impossible to play as an amateur.
Oh, if you're playing against other amateurs, that shit is fun as fuck.
Yeah, but if you're playing against anybody who even has like even a semblance of classic training,
Nah,
it's washed.
nah. I don't want to play against somebody who knows how to play. That shit sounds
Dude,
whack.
I literally played tennis over the summer, right? Over a guy who took like a couple of tennis lessons when he was a kid, hasn't touched a racket in like the better part of a decade, right? I was getting smoked, dude. I was getting punished. We went through the entire basket of tennis balls in the span of 10 minutes. I was in a fucking sweat. He barely moved he barely moved a foot.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
fighting for my
MMA is
life,
probably
bro.
a good one to watch too.
Oh, MMA is fun. Okay, so I guess mine would be like fun to watch first. So number one would definitely be boxing. Number two would be MMA. Number three would be I think tennis. Yeah. Number four would probably be basketball. It's pretty active. And number five is football. Right. Listen, before I continue with like to play one, I just want to say to anybody who would put baseball in their top five to watch, you're apply for a monkhood because that is the level
or
of
golf.
yeah, the level of patience required to watch, let alone find like derive pleasure from the viewing experience. You might literally be the honored one already. You might have already awakened. Like that's all I'm saying. like for real, bro. Have you ever watched an entire game of baseball? It is a slog. Like, oh my god, do they punish you for it? It's like you.
Oh, I remember,
Dude.
I got actually forced to go on a field trip for like a summer camp to go to a baseball game. The only reason I had fun is because we had I took money to the thing, and I just kept going to the concession stands and getting like these different types of hot dogs and pretzels and just bro, I could not tell you what team I watched, what the fuck happened. I don't even know if they scored. You know what's crazy? Baseball is one of the only sports besides like soccer and shit, right? Where the score will be like 1-2. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to watch this.
I send everybody home. Like, please.
Yeah. Respect the Kyoto Goodwill game. Listen, exception, not the rule.
Yes, and also they had the fortune slash kindness of editing that shit to make it like watching.
They also did. Gege was like, I know baseball boring. I gotta get through this. All right, let me get through this. We gotta get some setup, and then I'll dip.
The single greatest grift the United States of America ever committed against the world is convincing them that basketball was a fun sport. That damage will never be repaired.
You're insane. Didn't you have basketball as top four? What are we doing? What are we talking
I said
about?
baseball.
Oh, I thought you said. I was like, bro.
No, bro. Baseball.
Baseball is America's pastime. Can we talk about how that's like actually? That's actually insane.
They didn't have anything else to do back then, bro. Like.
Yeah, we did. We like the next best thing was like kicking rocks down the street. So I can understand how that became America's pastime. Or
literally. Baseball players from the 1920s to the 1960s were literally all just like your dad. Like
Sidebar.
What?
We should make a sports tier list for a pre-recorded.
Yes, that sounds fun as hell because like
Yes.
I got a lot of fire about this. I don't know why, but like bro, literally like any middle-aged dad right now could be an elite baseball player from the 1930s.
Bro, listen, bro. It was plumbers and construction workers getting on the field and just swinging bats.
Have you all ever seen Babe Ruth? The guy looked like. Are you kidding me? That was your GOAT?
Oh man, bro, that shit is funny. Listen, sports slander, like even with sports I like, is just hilarious. It just is funny. So I'm gonna pin that in our DMs real quick because that's actually a great idea that we accidentally stumbled across. All right.
Yeah, that's I came from deep, like deep inside. Like I didn't even know I like felt this strongly about it because like I don't think about sports day to day, but like, bro, like people who fuck with baseball and golf. Listen, if you play golf, I'm convinced you eat people. Straight up.
Okay. Mini golf is my exception. I fuck with a good game of mini golf.
Yeah, and also you can drink, right? But like, golf, full fat golf? Nah, bro. Your CO2 emissions are you literally pour gasoline on trees. Like that's
yeah, I will say it takes a lot of skill, but like I could never.
No.
Nah.
It's I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I will say though, like baseball is not as bad to play as it is to watch. Like it is
Yeah,
much more fun to play than it is to watch.
100%, right?
Yeah,
But watching it should be you should be community service. That's what it
it
should be.
should.
If it has to be
I think I should
America's
be able to get off a
pastime,
prison
yeah.
sentence. I think I should be able to get off a prison sentence for watching 2 games of
It's
baseball.
like you pick up trash by the highway or you watch an entire full game of basketball from start to finish with no snacks. That highway's going to look spotless, bro.
No snacks is wild.
Yeah, no snacks, sober.
Yeah.
All innings.
Yeah, that's funny.
Spotless. That road will be spotless.
Yeah. Um Bro, did somebody bring up curling? What the fuck is curling? Like outside of the gym. Hold on, curling.
Oh,
Board.
that's like isn't that cold weather sport where you guys like broom the it's like yeah.
This looks insane, bro. What am I looking at?
Yeah, it's the one on ice, right? With the little like puck, the giant puck thing.
Yes, I don't know.
Yeah.
This looks like what I would play on like in my retirement home.
Yeah, it's same with shuffleboard. Shuffleboard does kind of look kind of fun. It sucks that it's like an old person sport technically, but
yeah. Yeah, are we a sports podcast now? We're whatever we want to talk about podcasts. Yeah. We build different.
Baseball was a brand new game back then. They had no specific training regimens or expectations. They weren't even aware of how fast the ball could be pitched or a solidified distance to pitch from. Okay, Liv, I understand, but here's where I'm coming from, right? I once talked to my boss about this, or I guess my old boss, whatever. And he was I was trying to explain to him why I couldn't find baseball interesting, like as a thing to watch. And he goes, okay, I grant you, baseball's boring as shit, but it gets slightly more interesting when you take into account what they're actually doing down there. I'm like, I didn't realize they were doing anything, but all right. He goes, so have you ever noticed how fast a professional baseball pitcher can throw a ball? I'm like, no. He goes, 200 miles per hour. I was like, what?
That's a lie. No pitchers don't get 200 miles per hour.
That's what I said, right? It seems a little far-fetched, but like, I think a regular human could probably throw at like 25 miles per hour if we're really Chad, am I right? Is this
200 crazy? Miles per hour?
Like if you're doing the one motion and your body's like adapted for that, yeah. Like what 200?
Hold on, Chad is bringing up some fucking like some really cool sports to play. Like I didn't even remember kickball and dodgeball.
Yeah, kickball is more fun than baseball. Kickball is way more. Yes,
Spades.
Kickball is what baseball wishes it could be.
You're so fucking right. Hold on. I'm gonna look up fastest pitch ever, bro.
Yeah. Or okay, 200 miles will kill. That's dude. Yes, that's why some baseball players. That's why when people get hit with some professional baseball throws, they die. Like, have you I think I heard the story of like a pitcher who accidentally missed his like target. And hit the guy who was trying to hit the ball in the head, and it fucking killed him because he was throwing that shit at like Mach 2.
Bro said he was a fucking projection sorcery pitch. Apparently, just going off of the first thing I Googled, the fastest pitch ever is 106 miles per hour.
That's still crazy.
That is crazy. I could hit one though, but that is crazy.
Yeah, but like imagine getting with like, oh yeah, softball players throw around 67. So let's say it's like 70, 80 miles per hour with a hard ball, right? That shit will hurt. That shit might kill you.
Yeah, I'd personally tank it. But yeah,
you know what that
would hurt
means?
most people.
Hitting it is probably 200 miles an hour with the bat.
Is that how that would work?
Because the force has to be greater than like, because obviously physics, you know.
Yeah.
Like it, because if you're hitting it with like 70 back, it would just like wouldn't.
Yeah,
move.
It says the fastest hit is 122 miles per hour. I think that's what that's saying. Like for how fast the ball was after it was struck by the bat, I think.
Reaction time is crazy, Lando. Exactly.
Can they even react? Like, I feel like you have to just predict where it's going to go. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. If somebody throws something at 100 miles per hour at me, I'm not reacting to shit.
But so that's what I mean, right? From a distance, it doesn't look fucking impressive, but I'm pretty sure if they were like, hey, do you want to go up close to watch like a professional pitcher and a professional hitter like play baseball? Fuck yeah, that sounds way more fun. Yeah. Imagine, can your brain even comprehend what they're doing like untrained?
Yeah, no, for sure. I will never say it's an unskilled or like unimpressive sport to play. It's just not fun to watch. But bro, that made me kind of question how fast do you think Maki's pitch was? Like to Toto, how fast do you think that was? Okay. All right, Chad. I'll ask you this real quick too. How fat? Like, cause I'm like, all right, no, like a peak human performance is like fucking 106 miles per hour. Now, let's say Maki's throwing a fastball, fucking beaming it, right? What are the guesses? What are the guesses? Cause she out here catching bullets,
Okay.
slicing bullets in
But she's
half.
playing against other sorcerers, so I'm thinking minimum 200.
Minimum 200 for sure. But I'm like, cause the thing is, right? You just have to ask yourself, right? Is Maki only 2 times stronger than like a professional baseball player? Nah, there's
Nah,
no
she has
way.
to be way
There's no.
stronger.
She fucking swings playful cloud and sends like Hanami flying like 300 feet or some shit. Like there's no way she's only twice as strong. Um, they've said 80 at least.
At least that's humans can hit 80 like without without a heavenly restriction.
Yeah.
I will say, didn't Yuji throw like a metal ball?
He
Uh,
threw a shot put like a baseball.
yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have ever thrown a shot put because I used to be in track and I never did this, but I would just fuck around with the shot put after practice. That you can't do that.
What
You
is
will
that?
literally dis a shot put is like a weighted ball. You like
What's it
really
used
strong
for?
people. It's a track event. It's kind of like do you know what discus is? Um Maybe not. Shot put is just basically it's a track and field event where you take this weighted ball and you try to launch it as far as you can, right? But the form for shot put is not throwing it like a baseball because you can't do that without hurting yourself.
Wait, that's how heavy is it? Like on average? Like what's a light
Uh,
one?
okay, so a shot put is about 16 pounds. So
That
imagine
is an
taking a
uncomfortable weight. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially
Imagine
one-handed.
taking
Yeah.
a 16-pound dumbbell or some shit, right?
Yeah.
And you try to throw that like a baseball. You will
Would
fuck that arm up for
Oh,
good.
100. Especially if you're like cocking back, like past your
Yeah.
yeah. No, your rotator cuff is gone.
Yeah. It's disintegrating. It's
Yeah.
like you're done.
Wow. So
Yeah.
is it supposed to build like stamina, core strength? What?
It's literally just it's one of those events where it's not a workout, it's an event. It's we're going to see how far we can launch this ball.
Okay, so it's like an Olympic thing.
It's an Olympic thing. It's like the pole vault, right? You don't
Ah,
do the pole vault for anything but the pole vault,
I
right?
see. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
They weren't using CE. Listen. So Maki different. Maki different. Was anybody hitting Maki's pitches?
I don't
Like I know
remember.
Toto got hit by it, but was anybody like actually fucking
Weren't
nailing that shit?
Wait, weren't they on the side hitting because Mekamaru was the one pitching as like the machine?
Well, yeah, but like so yeah, they do switch sides to play defense and offense, but there's a time where Maki pitches to Toto and that's when he gets fucking cracked in the jaw.
Huh.
Um
Okay.
yeah.
Man, that is Yeah, okay. I guess what we learned here is that baseball is slightly cooler playing. No, this just confirms the initial opinion. Literally, baseball is more fun to play than it is
Yeah.
to watch. Yeah, no, nothing changed. We learned absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Um
She was throwing
shoot.
underhand, then yes, 500 easy. Can you throw a
Wait.
baseball underhand? Is that a pitch?
Yeah, it's softball. I think you do that. I think you throw underhand in softball. I think so. Because the softball is like the ball is bigger and you throw it underhand really fucking hard. Um, that's like I think the woman equivalent of baseball.
Interesting phrasing.
I think that's quite literally it.
Bro,
Where's hold on, 'cause the way you said it, I'm like, hold on, did I slip up and did the mask slip?
hold on.
Did I
Bro, the mask was never on,
stream?
bro. The mask was
All
never
right,
on.
bro, that's
Hey,
crazy.
I got a question to ask you in chat before we like officially end this, right? Is dodgeball a sport, and if so, how fun is it? Because I think as a kid,
Dodgeball is 100% a sport.
dodgeball is 100% a blood sport. That's my opinion,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Listen, I found out recently that this center that I went to as a kid to play with like other kids. You know how it is being a child. One of the activities they had us do back in my day was dodgeball, right? And I recently went back there, and I was like, "Oh, are the dodgeballs still here?" And they were like, "What are you talking about? They haven't played dodgeball here in years." I'm like, "Oh, why?" They're like, "Oh, because they realized like most of the injuries here were from kids getting hit in the face when they were playing dodgeball, and so the injuries just went way down when they just like stopped playing dodgeball." And I was like, "That sounds about right." Yeah, wow, I remember, because in a second I was like, "Oh yeah, they only aimed for the fucking face." Dude, what was that? And dude, I always had glasses, right? So you can imagine the fucking heart attack I would have whenever I'd get hit in the face. First instinct, oh god, are my glasses okay? Because, yo, listen, like Internet of Things, getting into like, oh yeah, you could buy glasses on the internet, bro. Going into a store to buy glasses was like a multi-$100 purchase, right? And breaking glasses as a kid was stressful as fuck, and because I needed those, right? I am not able to function without glasses, right? That's why I always have them on. So you can imagine the heart attack that fucking struck me when these savages would hit me in the ball, and it would hit me in the face with like this rubber ball of death at every turn. And some of the times, bro, like I actually had to opt out of class because when those balls would get deflated, you know what they used instead?
What?
Volleyballs.
Ooh, bro. Hold on, bro. Okay. So there was like for like elementary and like middle, PE was pretty relaxed, right? So there'd be times where you just be like, yeah, just do whatever. You ever get beamed in the face with a volleyball?
It hurts.
I actually lost a tooth at school from that because I was like, I was just playing basketball, right? But if you're playing basketball and someone's playing volleyball, whatever, and they just beam it, I got like caught off guard, hit, and I was like square in the face, right? I felt like they were aiming for me. Now that I look back on it, I think maybe I did them wrong.
They always aim for the fucking head. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
and bro, I was like, my ears were ringing, and I was just like, oh, what the, and then granted, it was a tooth that was already loose, right? Because I was fucking a kid, but I was like, oh, what the fuck, and I just have a tooth in I'm like, I'm actually, I gotta sue you. This is crazy. I'm getting beamed from across the gym with the hardest sports ball known to man. Dude, nah, but that should be fucking
why
crazy.
Are volleyballs so like... Okay, look. Basketballs, right, they have the little pattern on them. The I don't even know what you call it, the grip, right?
Yeah.
They fucking hurt if you get hit in the face with them, right? But volleyballs have this like particular like... I don't know if it's the volleyball itself or it's like the attitude somebody gets when they hold a volleyball, because it's like the second somebody holds a volleyball, you can see it in their eyes. They want to go all out. Ooh,
bro, there's something about holding a volleyball that makes me want to take every ounce of strength I've ever had in my life and send that shit directly into the ball.
Bro, literally, it feels like you just achieved Bonkai or some shit. Like it is so weird.
I have to test out this strength. Like, yeah, right? No, for sure.
Where, like, I get it too. Where does this shit come from? Why is a volleyball so like? Why does it bring out like the savage side of you?
Yeah. Bro, okay. I don't know why talking about sports is low-key kind of fun right now. Have you ever gone for like a soccer ball? Like you're playing soccer with your friends, right? And you both miss and your shins just collide at the speed of sound.
Dude, have you ever...
Oh my god, I thought my legs were broken.
Have you ever played goalie? That shit is terrifying. Because, like, bro, it's literally like, okay, it either hits me in the face or it hits me in the crotch. Both things are unacceptable.
Yeah, bro.
But those are like... Yeah. Bro, aim for something else. Like literally, it feels like, oh yeah, if you like, I'm gonna make him block this with his fucking whole ass body, bro. Fuck you. Nah, I'm moving out of the way. Nah.
And the thing was for me, like when I played sports, right? Surprise, I was one of those like, I just really like sports, right? So I was like, I'm gonna fucking do my best. And all my friends happen to like sports. So we would be going at it like as if this was the World Cup, right? As if our lives depended on this. So there would be times where we'd both go for a header, right? And we would just headbutt each other, and we're just both laying on the ground, sprawled out. Like, I think I gave you permanent brain damage. I feel like I was speaking backwards after that for about a week.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Dude, sports be getting tough for real.
Bro, sports as like a middle schooler, like that was like there's something about middle school to like early-ish high school when it comes to playing sports that just like you're playing with psychopaths. Like
Yeah.
straight up, you're all going in for the kill. I remember the dodgeball saga, right? Was all kids in like 6th grade, and there was this one fucking kid. He took this game like his life depended on it, right? Like they weren't even keeping score. There was no score. He didn't need to do this. He comes in, right? Hoodie. Takes it off for the game. Wife beater underneath, right?
Oh nah, bro. You should have left
Shaved
immediately.
Shaved head. Dude,
nah.
the guy does like warm-ups, like chucking the fucking balls against like the walls, right? At like full speed. I don't know if it was to psych us out or if he even knew to like to employ psychological warfare, but he did, and it fucking worked, right? The second this guy started, you have to get him at his weakest, which is when he was like at the start of the game, right? Because you don't want him to get into a rhythm, right? So you just gotta get grazed, go to the bench. That is when you're at your safest. You're not safe because his aim wasn't great. His aim wasn't great. So even he might still fucking hit you even if you're on the bench. But like this kid was like a sonic boom went off whenever they like he was strong enough to like go from like one end of the gym to the other side's wall at like full speed.
Yeah, bro. Because like as a kid, as a literal child, bro, when people are doing, I'm like, bro, you're literally the Hulk. Why are you playing this game against me? What are we doing?
How are you only? You're 14. Why do you have like? Why are your shoulders so big? Like who's that for?
Bro said beater shaved head is unruly.
Dude, for real.
I don't know why that comment is so fucking funny to me, dude. But that combo was as a kid. Like, bro, what is he ready for prison? Like,
dude,
bro started doing push-ups before the game or something. Nah, bro. Another thing about volleyball that I didn't get until it actually happened. So when you receive one, right? A little fun fact for any people that are amateurs just like myself, you're not supposed to tuck your thumb inside your fist. Right?
Oh no!
If you do that, you can break your thumb, right?
Irreparably, yes.
I didn't know that. Now, granted, my thumb didn't irreparably take damage, but I did receive a spike or like a sir from like one of the girls in my class who actually played volleyball, and I was like, oh, I can't move my thumb.
Yeah, bro. My like joint is like acting up just hearing this fucking story. I'm like holding it.
Bro, I'm like,
so
I
aware of
didn't
my
know
thumbs right now. Oh my god.
I didn't know you weren't supposed to do that, and I was like, oh, I'm cooked. I think,
dude.
I was like, did I just lose my ability to move my right hand?
I lucked out so hard on that front because I found out about that thumb thing through like a fucking meme, just like on iFunny back in the day. Dude, I saw a picture of that. I was like, okay, I'm never doing that again. Thank you for the warning, iFunny, and I kept scrolling.
Yeah, bro. I had to get that one. I'm so lucky it wasn't something actually insane, but I was like, nah, bro. Listen, there's something about middle school sports that brings the fucking dog out of every so my teachers used to be super cool when I was in 5th grade, right? My teachers used to play with us, like play the like dodgeball with us or kickball with us. He didn't hold back. So we were definitely getting beamed with throws that, like as a kid, I'm like, there's just no way a human being can be this strong. I'm seeing 4 versions of he hit me square in the, and for us it was like if you get hit in the face, right, the other person gets out. But at that point it doesn't matter because I am barely holding on to consciousness. A grown man just threw a dodgeball straight in between my eyes, like a sniper.
Bro, that's a guy that found a loophole. Straight up, he's like, you can't hit the kids.
Okay.
Off the court.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, boom. I was like, oh, man. Like having some manga-like monologue before I hit the ground. I'm like, this is it for me, huh? I did all I can do, guys. This is you take it from here.
I didn't know he was that strong. I overestimated my abilities.
Yeah, bro, that's funny. That's I'm sorry.
So bro,
it's like I will never lose again.
Bro, you start seeing like your main loved one with like the white background, and you start to lose consciousness. I'm sorry. I couldn't.
Then you got to put your foot. You got to stomp your back foot and be like, no, I can't stop here. It's like, nah, that shit is funny, bro.
Bro, it's like all of that, but like you don't have the inner demon, so you just look like some idiot like on a.
Yeah, you like obviously to yourself you think you're doing the coolest shit ever, but to everybody else on the planet you just look delusional. You're murmuring to yourself. That shit's funny. Oh man.
Oh
Hold,
God.
dude, I did not expect sports to hit like
Yeah,
this. Sports
dude.
conversation to hit like this. That's
Not,
crazy.
bro. First of all, fucking 10 out of 10 vibe. But also
Yeah.
we've been on the sports thing for like roughly the length of an entire podcast. You know what I'm gonna do just for fun, just because this preamble like goes so hard.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna cut this part out and export it as like a separate podcast episode, just like for
Yeah.
later. I might put it in the vault.
Yeah.
Might put it like I
Yeah.
don't know, somewhere. But like this one's too good not to like have up on its own.
Yeah, but we've been talking for like an hour, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. An hour of preamble is nasty.
yeah. Some guy said it was the longest preamble in Honored One's history. Yeah, this isn't even like, I
Yeah.
think this is like part of the episode now. Like I don't even know, bro. Uh
Yeah, bro. That shit was. Listen, sports like casual sports that you take seriously. I don't know if that makes sense, but like you're not playing it for any league, right? But everybody's like, I gotta win. There's something about that vibe that is just one, fun in the moment, but two, it's so fun to tell stories about.
mhm.
Like I fucking barely dodged the first strike and they got slapped in the face with another one or some shit. But yeah.
Some guy said Honored One's 32.5. That point five actually goes kind of hard. I might do that. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's a good idea. Thanks, man. Thanks,
Yeah.
Adnib. Okay, so wow. Uh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Have we gotten to the chapters yet? No.
no. Okay.
We're getting into them now. Yeah,
Let's blast through the Black Clover one real quick, right?
yeah, for sure.
Black Clover training arc, Asta getting his ass kicked, the big reveal about Yami. What'd you think about that?
I'm not gonna lie to you, right? I think this is Tabata's first miss since the like
Comeback.
the start. Yeah, since the comeback. Like it's not a bad chapter, but this is just the first one. I'm like, I don't know like this chapter could have not existed.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the only I think interesting information is the Tengetsu thing that leader dude has. I don't even remember his name.
Mm-hmm.
Zetten is cool as a power system. I gotta say the Yami massacred our clan. Maybe it's just because it recently, not recently, but like relatively recently happened with Maki. But maybe it's just because it's so.
I know it's a cop
it's
out
so
because like,
it's so unserious. Like
bro,
we know for a
fact.
fact Yami didn't do it.
or if he did, he probably had like a great reason. Like, it's one of those
Like they were gonna kill you or some shit like that.
Also, just realized I'm gonna pretend because we didn't do an actual intro because the preamble was so long. Guys, welcome Honored Ones podcast, episode 32. We're in the middle of talking about Black Clover. Join us for the preambles every week when we go live. I have no idea how this is gonna appear as a cut for like the preamble and the main episode, or even how it's gonna be listened, or how it's gonna be able to, or the listenability on Spotify. Which, by the way, for those of you who weren't here last week, or those of you just joining us, the podcast is officially on Spotify, on Apple Music. So we're slowly uploading our back catalog. About half of it is already up. So you can check that out there. Follow us on all those platforms if you want to download episodes for later listening. Anyway, back to the Black Clover thing real quick, right? So I know I know Yami is like probably going to have some kind of indication about killing the clan, whether it comes from like, oh, they were evil and that's why, or they were gonna hurt the sister and that's why, or maybe I don't know, they walked in on him while he was like pooping. It doesn't matter because Yami's like whole new life in the Clover Kingdom seems to be like where his heart is at. So I don't think he particularly cares about making amends for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I will say there is one thing that I'm kind of telegraphing, but I don't want to happen, and that's the Shogun, the guy with the eye patch. First of all, cool ass ability. Always love abilities like that. I really don't want him to be a bad guy in disguise, because
Yeah.
like he's cool, he's charismatic, he's charming, but I really, really don't know if I have it in me to like have him be like even a small villain. Like,
Yeah.
Julius, Lucius, all of them are like the groundwork Tabata laid for him is really good, and if we just get a more of a focus on him, and all that, I think that's what I prefer. And just keep him as like a really chill side character, mentor figure is also nice.
I completely agree. I didn't even like peep that like because she is definitely kind of like she's kind of like he's perfect. He's my
Mm-hmm.
benefactor. He saved me. Blah blah blah. And it could be a matter of like, oh, he pinned the death
Yeah,
of her clan
it
on Yami.
it's like
I hope not.
it's like
You're right.
it's like a Eisenification that like it only works if you like have prior knowledge, I guess. Like okay, with Eisen, he was like amicable but not charismatic, right? So
Yeah.
that's why the twist worked as well as it did, because
Hmm.
it was like the contrast of like how kind his exterior appearance and all this shit
He
like
comes off as like a loser. Like
yeah,
he could
the
not he
glasses, like he
couldn't
was
do this
super
type of
like
shit. Yeah.
approachable, right? And just like to contrast that with the sheer depravity of like what of like the thing with Momo alone, it's like yeah, that's a sharp contrast, right? But if the guy is cool, it's like he's just a dick. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm particular about
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Just because I just feel like it's unnecessary. I honestly am like, okay, so real quick, the Maki like blah 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 comparisons. I made one, and that's just because the killing clan thing is like the most obvious fucking out there. They both killed their clan, blah blah blah, whatever. Who cares? I've been seeing a lot of people going back and forth. I don't even know if I'm interested to compare Yami and Maki's characters. But the thing is, I just it's okay. So there's multiple layers, right? One, I feel like it's just so. I think it's just so. I don't know. The way it's in the ideas introduced is just like, yo, we know Yami is just a good person. Like he's
Yeah, like
unlike someone like for example, right? Itachi. Itachi's always portrayed to be bad until it's revealed that he wasn't. Whatever, right? It was it was never in doubt that Itachi was just a bad person.
mhm,
However, on this part, the twist doesn't really work because it's not in doubt that is a Yami didn't just do this out of malice, right? There
mhm.
was some very clearly and probably morally, like almost objective, justifiable reason why he did this, right? The clan is planning to kill her, like
Yeah.
it was the clan or the rest of the world or some bullshit like that, right? I don't know. It's just I'm just not interested in it in all honesty.
Yeah, I think it's like a plot point. Like as long as it's like remedied pretty quickly and it's not like too big, like the emphasis isn't too big on the story, I think it'll be fine. Because like here's the thing, right? He doesn't need that Aizen moment with a character like that because he already had one with Julius, and it was great. He executed it really really well because Julius literally was like
Mm,
he was ready to die for the Clover
yeah.
Kingdom, protecting it. I was like, bro, that was the moment, right? That is like the most like sense of, like false sense of security shit ever. Like there is no greater it can't be him because blank moment aside
Hmm.
from that, right? And then when the Lucius thing came out, that was shattering.
Yeah, it's a genuinely surprising twist that you were like, "Oh, okay, I didn't know we were doing that. Interesting." Whereas, I mean, Tabata can make it work, maybe,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I'm not. Yeah, like
I just don't know about that.
yeah, me either. So
Yeah, I don't know. What's your score on this one?
7. I don't know.
I'm gonna give it like a 6. I'm kind of just like
Yeah,
it's a fine chapter.
6.5. Like, I don't
I'm
know.
not fucking with it like that. It's all right.
Yeah. I'd love to hear more about Lieb's side of like what's going on because he's also been knocked out, resuscitated in this place. Okay, he's a devil too, so
Mhm.
I was more curious about like how like what Lieb's reaction is to the entire situation he's in with Asta.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, overall, all right chapter. I don't have like
Yeah.
that many
There was no
complaints.
My Hero chapter this week, unfortunately. So,
Yeah.
or I guess fortunately, because now we get to the meat of this podcast, which is Jujutsu Kaisen.
All right. I
All
would
right.
just like to come out and say I was spitting. The reveal did hit the way I thought it would hit with the part two. Maybe you don't agree. This shit
um,
completed the loop for me.
I uh not it's not like this, right? Um God, I feel like such a hater right now. I'm not trying to be, I promise, right? I enjoyed these last 3 chapters a lot. But it's one of those things where like last chapter, the entire dialogue BR and I had about like what this means for the future of the excuse me, story as well as what it means for the broader world of JJK. We already kind of called it, bro. We already kind of spoiled it for ourselves. Like this chapter was just kind of more confirmation on everything we were guessing last week, with just a bit more detail, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like this. To me, I like if the reveal had been kind of like left at just the part one, I'd been like, yeah, I could see it being like first as big of a reveal plot wise as it is, it doesn't hit. I don't know. I got this sort of sense of urgency of like it just feels like, all right, I'm really locked in, right? And if Gege decided, not to take a break week, I would have been really locked in for next week. But
Whoa,
I will
happy
say,
1,000-day anniversary since Gojo's sealing. Yes.
nice. Great. Amazing to know that bump. No, I'm joking. Let me not get cooked for slandering Gojo.
Gege alt account for real.
Yeah. Gege actually paid me to hate on Gojo, so don't hurt me, please, chat. Thanks. But yeah, I like this chapter. I think I don't know. Like, I guess how would I approach this? I think I like some of the smaller stuff in this chapter. Like, for example, when General McMustache starts talking or whatever the fuck, and he's like, in that case, right? If Gojo's the only exception, then like 60 to 200 soldiers will be enough, and we just get this like small reaction panel of Kenjaku just like looking at him, like you dumb
dude,
dumb
that
idiot.
Kenjaku being coy is like low-key my favorite like personality trait of his, where he's like, that's very humane, good job. I was like,
yeah. he's like that's you know what, you're right,
you're a good person.
Like, yeah, I also believe this is the most humane option. Like, you little asshole.
Yeah.
And you're,
I think I'm slowly figuring out what it is about Kenjaku that's just so amazing, and that is the fact that he, for some reason, is very humble. Like, he carries himself with a lot of humility, and I don't know why. Like he has, on paper,
interesting.
Okay, he has all the tropes of a mad scientist, right? He's very Mayuri-esque, with the sole exception of like just having more humility. Like, he is just better. He's more sociable. He's more personable. He's more. He is kind of like a combination of Aizen's fake personality and Mayuri's like machination side, right? Like his ability as a scientist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I find Kenjaku to be so like wholly what's the phrase? Unselfish? I don't know.
Yeah. Like unlike he's not self-absorbed almost. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, he's not unarrogant, I guess would be the closest thing. Like, he's cool. Like, he's just like I mean that like, oh, he's cool, meathead, haha, like he is, but I mean like he's cool, like he just seems like a cool guy.
Interesting. That interpretation is definitely interesting, because I get this sort of super duper condescending like like vibe from him. Now I like it because I'm not the one being condescended to, right, I guess. So, but it's like he just lets shit. To me, it's the same vibe as like Mahito coming into Sukuna's innate domain, being like, "I'm safe here," and Sukuna just smiling at him, just like,
yeah,
sure, man. You want to get your ass beat in a few seconds.
Yes, but it's like, it's not unearned. He doesn't go overboard with it, right? So it's like this: if you insult Kenjaku to his face, he won't do anything. Like he has it's more of a chance that he won't do anything than if you like try to stop him. It's one of those things where it's like, if you insult a character like Mayuri and is Urahara better, like bro, like you're getting that serum, it's coming right out. Like
yeah,
it's one of those things where you're not gonna. He seems less provocable because he an appeal or an attack on his ego is not the way to go with a character like him. And that's the vibe that I get.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's very much like, dude.
Jogo is.
Listen.
Jogo definitely is. Like he has like the opposite temperament of Jogo. If you insult Jogo, which they did, like people constantly insulted Jogo to his face all the time in JJK, right? It sets him off. Like he literally can't handle it. He was ready to die for it with Gojo.
He's a hothead.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like,
I think I completely get what you mean with like the just cool, collected, never off guard type of shit. I feel it. I don't know. There's something. It's so just the small like smarmy moments of 200 soldiers, huh? And he doesn't initially
Yeah,
he doesn't comment on it. He just kind of like you just see him looking at him, and I'm like I get it.
yeah,
It almost feels like I think with Kenjaku it almost feels like a nod to us, right?
yeah.
Like like you know how like in sitcoms when they look
Like,
at
get a
like get
load
a
of this
load of this
guy.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like without him actually looking towards the camera and being like, can you fucking believe this guy? That's exactly what it feels like.
And
Um,
also, like when you think about Aizen, right, who seems to be an inspiration for Gege with Kenjaku, right? Um,
mhm.
Aizen did have that ego. Like you
Yeah.
really could poke at it. Like if you
Mhm.
knew what buttons to push with Aizen, you would get a reaction. He might not be as
Yeah.
overt with it, right? And
Yeah.
if it was Urahara, it'd definitely be easier. Urahara seems to
Yeah.
be a very big button for a lot of people in the series, but
Yeah.
when it comes to like Aizen, like he wasn't not arrogant. You know what I mean? Like he was
Yeah.
very on his he was a fan of his own superiority, right? But for
Yeah.
Kenjaku, he has like a thing he wants to do, but it is not like a reflection on himself that he like it's not, oh yeah, if I do this I am great. It is, I just want to see if I could do this. Like, you know what I mean?
Interesting. I definitely think okay, so kind of think Aizen and Kenjaku are cut from a somewhat similar cloth, you know. Not the same one, but a similar material. Because Aizen definitely he'll get aggravated, but his like he'll just like intellectually
I
bully
know.
you and then physically bully
Oh my god, guys, I figured it out.
you. Hmm.
Kenjaku is if Urahara was the main villain.
Interesting. Think so.
Yes, same temperament. Thanks, KT, for the 199. You're the best, and thanks for telling everybody to like the stream. Which, by the way, like the stream. He's been on that wave. You're the best.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Yeah, but like literally, Urahara, but evil, is Kenjaku. Urahara
Hmm.
never invented out of pride. He never did anything he ever did to like be spiteful or to try to one up anybody. He always did it for like the love of the game, right? Or
Hmm.
to protect others. Kenjaku, being an inversion of that, would do the same thing with the same attitude, but for a very nefarious
Different.
purpose.
Yeah.
Yes,
So I kind of agree,
I
but I do think that like Kenjaku's ego is a bit bigger than what you make it out to be because Kenjaku is like very, very not full of himself, but to be fair, I don't think most of the characters that are cocky in JJK are full of themselves. Like Sukuna's not full of himself, he's right.
yeah.
Right? Gojo's not full of himself, he's right. And so is Kenjaku, but Kenjaku's is just not as boisterous or violent, right?
Yes, but also
I think with like
he has
yeah, go
this
ahead.
like approach to it where he doesn't get shaken as much. Like he'll get like surprised, but he'll
Hmm.
adapt instantly, like on the fly. It'll last for like
Okay.
a split
Yeah.
second. When the thing with Gojo happened, right? He went into that with full confidence, right? Of like, oh yeah, I can seal Gojo like this with this hyper specific like once like all the stars align plan, and then not only trap him, but when Prison Realm collapsed to the floor, unexpected for Kenjaku, by the way. He literally he didn't let it get him down. He was like, oh, I just guess it needs some time to process Gojo. I'll just wait here then. Like
Uh-huh.
it's that kind of
Yeah.
temperament where it's like to me it's the same kind of condescension, quote unquote, or arrogance that Urahara has, where he is condescending because of his lack of transparency, right? When he traps Aizen, right? He doesn't gloat to Aizen. He just kind of like corrects
Gojo?
Aizen. Or
Oh, you're talking about Urahara.
Urahara,
Okay, I
yeah,
thought you were
as
talking
like a
about Kenjaku with
comparison, right?
Gojo. Because I was about to say, I was like this, because I was like, hold on, that definitely can work for both. Okay, gotcha.
Right, because
Um,
imagine Urahara when the seals finally took effect after Ichigo got him weak enough, right? Urahara didn't gloat. He just kind of gave him this like disappointed like, yeah, dude, did you like? Of course, like I thought, like you know what I mean? It's like
yeah,
this is
on
all
me.
yeah, like but he didn't mean
Yeah.
it in like an arrogant way. He just meant it as like a I'm sorry, dude. You just like if it was a game of wits, you were always going to lose. And I like he didn't mean it like that. Like he meant it like in a merciful way. I'm pretty sure he could say that shit to Mayuri, and Mayuri knows that shit in his heart. By the way, just pointing that out there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Okay, so I think,
bro.
I don't know.
Come on,
There's
it's
something.
you can't tell me you don't fuck with the vision.
I do. I'm not mad at it. I just don't think. I think it's like a 90% alignment. I think there are some like minor disagreements, but I do fuck with the vision. I do fuck with the vision. And you can definitely kind of see maybe some. I don't know, Kenjaku's temperament when you look back at it is like really fucking interesting because he's such a snarky asshole.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so when he's fighting Shoso, right, when they're going hand to hand, he's literally punching him in the stomach. He's like, "Don't push yourself. You must be tired." Like, fuck you, bro. You're such a dick. Like, you know what you're doing.
Thank you, KT, for the 4.99. BR, I just wanted
Yeah.
to say you got me reading Blue Lock. 10 out of 10. Also, Super Smartphone is over. Did you guys see the end of the latest chapter? Yeah, we talked about it at the very beginning of the stream. If you want to go see that part of the discussion.
Got another Blue Luck supporter. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad you enjoying it.
Thanks for the
another.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the 5. Another really like kind of small thing that I think this is where I disagree, just because is something I kind of come back to every once in a while. But you know when Yuki like interrupts Kenjaku and is like, whatever, they start her and Yuji start going back and forth. Kenjaku shows like the slightest of irritation. He's like, I was talking. Like,
Yeah.
he almost like, shut the fuck up. I'm speaking right now.
And I definitely think it's not an exact, because Uraume was like empirically in that position of like being the smartest, right? Which is why I initially thought Mayuri, because there is like this little like chink of insecurity, because Kenjaku is only ever shaken when people like press on his plan, not on him.
Yeah.
Right. And for somebody
sure.
like Yuki, who is technically his Urahara in terms of like their, because she has like that Urahara like Mayuri, like she's the Urahara
Dynamic,
to his, right, but he is the Urahara to everybody else, if that makes sense, right? It's a transfer shift. Everybody gets the bucket hat, like they wear it depending on who they're interacting with, right? But with Yuki specifically, she pushed the button of like, hey man, your plan is shit. Like he was like, oh, what'd you say? Like that is Kenjaku's button, right? It's that is the line in his hand. It's the plan itself. It's not him. He like if she got up there and she was like, hey, you scarred up bitch, like he wouldn't even blink twice.
Yeah, just like, okay, all right. Do you think it's some of Geto's personality bleeding into his? Maybe. I think Geto has that kind of like very fucking, like, if you are the like focus of his snark and you can't just outright beat his ass, right? It will get annoying, right? Like walking up to Yuta being like, "Hey, buddy," like so I know I just speed blitzed you and all your friends, but let's talk about how I need you on my team real quick. Like grabbing him, putting his arm over his shoulder like they're super familiar, telling people like, "Oh, hey, my name's Saito." No, your name's Sato now. Like, what's wrong with you, dude? You're such a psycho.
But the natural,
I think it's possible.
Like demeanor, I think, is Kenjaku, because even in that old body that he was speaking, that he was in when he was speaking to Kashimo, seemed to have a lot of Geto Kenjaku isms.
Yeah.
The way he stood, the way he spoke.
Yeah, for sure. It isn't okay. So it's weird. Maybe it's just like a matter of whatever. But I feel like Kenjaku still looks like Kenjaku did now back then. Maybe it's just art style. He's trying to convey that they are the same person.
I mean, he was also in Narutoshi Keimo, and he was also in Yuji's mom.
Crazy statement, but yeah.
Or he was, or is Yuji's mom.
He was.
You know what I mean?
He was then. Yeah.
Also, super weird flash to that panel where he was like, "Thanks for being friends with my son." That is still so trippy to me that's like confirmed. Yeah. It's like, I don't think it's talked about enough.
I was just like, yeah. Kenjaku, like, I don't know. I am starting to like, because I definitely wasn't initially sold on him when I think everybody else was. I was kind of like, oh, he has potential, but a lot of people, as soon as he was revealed, was like, this is fucking great, and I'm like, this is cool. Give me some time. But as like the more and more chapters get revealed, the more and more I talk about it, I'm kind of like, I like him being this kind of a, I don't know. He's mentally just poking and prodding at people a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Just hey, and he does it with this air of, either "all you poor thing" or or like, "Oh, I'm non-confrontational, right? I'm just gonna kill your military armed forces real quick." But like, it's just for a test.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
but I do like the way he did it, because I feel like a cockier sorcerer would have gone the drawn out path of like meticulously killing them. You know what I expected? A hallway scene. That's like,
yeah, dude.
Yes.
A Gege hallway scene, bro. You
Yes.
can't say that shit would not have been
It would have been, but I think it was
Yeah.
also like maybe Gege knew we were expecting that, and it was like a subversion / character moment with Kenjaku just kind of doing like a one and done, like just to kind of prove a point.
Yeah.
Because he's not like, I don't think he's a sadist. I really do think Kenjaku is a scientist. Like,
Yeah.
as like dumb as that sounds based on everything he's done, and the calling games by nature being what it is, it might be a little, it might be. I understand some people's apprehensions towards that take, but like Kenjaku is and has always been to me a guy who is just chasing his dreams, man. 1,000 years of patience is not it. You can't have a temperament like you can't have a kind of a boisterous, annoying, like impatient temperament and wait 1,000 years. Those things just can't go hand in hand.
Yeah. Okay. Okay? What do you think about Sukuna then?
Sukuna doesn't
Like in
have,
his
Sukuna
plans?
doesn't have like I think those plans he made that shit up on the fly. Like you know what I mean? Like I think with
Well,
Sukuna,
okay. What about Uraume though? Because she says they say the preparations are complete, right? What do you think? Like with something like that, that to me is like, okay, there is something where if Uraume, who, as far as we know, right, has not seen Sukuna since whenever the fuck they were last both like genuinely alive, does that not like I don't know, that kind of makes me think, yeah, there's something, I've come to escort you, the preparations are almost done. Like I'm like, preparations for what? Like what are we doing here? What's going on?
but also like Sukuna has a way of just like not caring. Okay, Sukuna might have plans loosely, but let's be real, he is not going about them with any sense of meticulousness, right? He's kind of going off vibes. Like every time he gets released, his priority isn't to further his plans, right? It's to like spite Yuji, have fun, and that's kind of it. It is a tertiary, if not like further down the line priority. You know what I mean? Like Sukuna is a guy who seems to have a plan for like the hell of having a plan, like as something to do, but he genuinely doesn't need it.
Yeah. No, for sure. I definitely I can get behind that. I can get behind that.
Because when he was
sure.
first that first finger when it was unleashed, right? Sukuna didn't say shit about a plan. He said women. He said fun. He said killing. Like you know what I mean? Like he.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's his list of priorities. Like bricked up murder. That is Sukuna, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Bricked up murder is crazy. But not inaccurate.
Yeah,
Let's see.
that is my appraisal of Kenjaku. Actually,
Gotcha.
that goes kind of hard. I gotta write that down.
Let's see. I also think Geto's body may have been a super lucky come up for Jaku. They're very
100%.
compatible.
Yeah, I think it was even stated as much that Kenjaku lucked out with Geto's body being available.
He's like, thank God, bro.
Yeah. He's like, Gojo, I cannot believe you just left this shit like.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
Let me ask you a question. You mentioned the hallway scene, right? And I'm fucking now that I didn't get it, I'm gonna have to fucking conjure one in my mind, right? You think if Kenjaku just says no technique, straight hands, right? Is he working them? Is he getting through the whatever the armed forces, the elites?
100%. But
Yeah.
it won't be as impressive. It'll just be like, oh yeah, this guy's like highly trained. Like you gotta put on a show. By the way, small little touch on this because we made it like the thumbnail and stuff, the title I mean. So the muscles and gun thing, right? When you read that, did you also remember our conversation from last week when we were like trying to tell chat like,
Yes,
dude, literally, yes. Now Gege is like, bro, Gege, he watches the podcast. Like simply put, like he's got to watch the podcast because like
muscles and bullets.
It's-
Like, listen, it's not to say that okay. Because here's the thing, I also don't want this being misconstrued and chat's gonna be like, haha, you guys are wrong. I'm not saying the sorcerers are getting steamrolled by the fucking military, right? But it's people on the opposite end of the fence being like they do nothing.
Yeah,
no.
That's craziness, bro. Even like Kenjaku wouldn't be doing this if it was the case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I think Kenjaku says conventional weapons are a good thing to use against sorcerers, right?
Yeah.
Kenjaku, it just doesn't work against Kenjaku because he's one, like, even though I don't necessarily think he's like top 3, top 2, whatever, right? It's undeniable that he is somebody with immense knowledge with idle transfiguration in a body that was already a special grade, right? A special grade sorcerer.
And on top of having Mahito's awakened idle transfiguration technique, right? Like
a sorcerer, mind you, who like apparently in Kenjaku's mind could have beaten Yuta's like Rika and Yuta's fully awakened abilities if he had just taken the fight completely seriously.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think using him as a baseline for like, oh, he did it, so everybody can't. Now,
Look,
like my quick scale is Choso got pieced up by Kenjaku. Choso pieced up Yuji. Anybody like Choso level or down ain't getting the same easy treatment of bullets.
Dude, thank you. And what's interesting about this chapter, right, is actually Gege took it a step ahead of us, right? He mentioned the like actual like real world politics of the chain reaction. It's like if India makes a move, Pakistan will make a move, which means China will make a move, and it's like Japan is finished. Japan is done. It's a wrap. Like, dude, this is World War III without the formal declaration. This is a concerted effort by the rest of the world. Because Kenjaku's already had the meetings with the other world governments. We just confirmed this in this chapter, by the way. Japan is done. Like there's no nukes, right? Because like it's not a world war. They're just going there to liberate the people of Japan, you know?
Yeah, they just got to protect them, right?
Yeah. So that means Japan just became the 52nd state. Like, what do you want from me? You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. And the thing is, okay, so if 800, okay, so Kenjaku said you guys should send in like a full battalion, right? Which is 800. So that accounts for about, okay, cool. The 800 that entered one colony. Now, if we're saying he talked to Pakistan, he talked to China, he talked to like Saudi Arabia, he talked to like even just those three, right? You're talking like 24 to 3,200 like armed people entering Japan at once with the express goal of like kidnapping anybody that's in the Culling Games. I'm
sorry, dude. Like, what? Okay, hold on, because this is really gonna. I gotta double down on this, right? Kenjaku, if he does this just to like, I don't know, kind of expedite the Culling Game death counts or whatever, right? Or if he just wants to trap more humans into Japan for the grand finale with Tengen, whatever his goal is, he needs a lot of people in Japan in a time where nobody should be in Japan, right? And he's not even just doing casual citizens. These are like elite soldiers, right? So imagine if a special forces unit or like the SEAL Team 6, right, got curse techniques. You know what I mean?
I think it would be really cool. Like it would be a really cool thing to show kind of the experience that characters like Yuji and Megumi have gained over their time as sorcerers versus like a newbie sorcerer, right? You finally get to hype up Yuji and Megumi, right? You get to show them like, hey guys, I know we're only grade ones, which is a crazy thing to say, only grade 1 sorcerers. But we can beat us too. Now, a thing that I wanted to bring up, right? That was mentioned in chat and on Twitter and all over the place, right? A bunch of people have been I've talked to.
Guys, 19 likes to 100. Let's go. Let's knock this out right now.
Let's get it. All
right, go on.
But it's like the amount of people, unless we're thinking that the guns are going to be imbued with curse energy, which I don't know, that's a lot of vengeful curse spirits.
Yes.
From all the like the death not via cursed energy. That's a lot of vengeful curses.
See, I want to add on to that. Not only do I think that's a lot of curses, but assuming you can get guns with cursed energy, that's a really effective weapon. like I don't know why more sorcerers don't use guns already, because like I don't want to be this guy, but like guns are literally so fucking OP. Like if you look at like the impact guns had on like actual human history, it cannot be understated what it did for like warfare as like a thing humans do, right? So it stands to reason if you combine something like cursed energy with it and elevate guns even more, the level of devastation, especially on sorcerers, would be like crazy.
Yeah, on like normal people, it wouldn't be all that different. a bullet's gonna do what a bullet's gonna do, but for
Yeah.
a sorcerer, right? Imagine you think it's like, for example, Yuji reinforces his body with cursed energy. He's like,
Yeah.
this is gonna be easy, and then he's just like, oh, there's a hole in my
Yeah.
shoulder.
Dude,
How'd that get
because
there?
even like the whole, even if it's like a machine gun, like dude, machine guns leave like their impact is literally like a blast radius on a human being. Like the bullets are so powerful that it literally carves out like a hole the size of like a baseball essentially, right? So imagine
Yeah.
what one with cursed energy would do. Like it would still be like imagine punching at that kind of speed, right? Even with both parties having cursed energy, you're feeling that punch.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. 100%.
I don't know.
100%.
I
100%.
I
100%.
I just I don't get it, bro. Like swords are cool, but like, come on, come on.
Swords are cooler though. Like, listen.
Like I get
Listen,
they're cooler, but like in terms of effectiveness for like killing, it's like that's literally like the main thing guns are like meant to like. That's the only thing guns are meant to do.
You're definitely right about that. You're definitely right about that.
Am I, bro? Am I crazy? Like
No,
cursed energy guns would change the
no,
game.
bro. You are not crazy at all. You're not crazy at all. Question. Can you make it so I'm muted on stream just for 1 second? I gotta ask you a question. Real quick. Just like if
Yeah. Yeah. I muted you. Anyway, so I see we're at 91 likes. That means we're 9 more likes until I find inner peace. So, what are we guys? What are we gonna do about that, chat?
Yeah, chat. He actually doesn't allow me to like talk about JJK outside of stream unless we hit the 100 like quota. So if you guys could do that for me, I'd really appreciate that.
X-Man, that's actually a hilarious comment because I'm thinking if Toto like got an AR but like with cursed energy, I'm just saying like that's a good consolation for Boogie Woogie. Like I'm like straight
bro said fuck Boogie Woogie, bro. Like nah, like it don't matter.
Fuck Boogie Woogie. Here's an AK.
Yeah, that's that is yeah. Nah, bro. That's nasty business. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm just saying. Imagine what like cursed energy guns would do for the game. Like if you got to scale it to like weapons more broadly. Like imagine, current day, military armaments souped up with cursed energy. So you got like a cursed energy Hellfire missile. Come on. Yo, guys,
yeah.
like that's crazy. Come on, bro. Like.
Nah, I'm with you. But I'm gonna need them to start beating some. Yeah, nice. Now I get to I guess talk about JJK outside of stream. Thanks, guys. You've liberated me. Kreams, are you also gonna free my family?
Sure. One.
Thank you.
You have to pick your favorite one. In front of them. You have to literally say the phrase, I want to pick my favorite one.
Okay.
To them.
I want to pick my favorite one. I'll say, get my brother on out of there. I'm going to get him out of that. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. First thing I do is I'm going to move him right past your parents. Just for that walk.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. That's wild.
Oh, fuck. What if Kenjaku gave the military a crash course in CE? Is that not what he did this chapter?
He did. I mean, he told them, but like it's more like yeah. Can you imagine if he's like, all right, guys, so this is how you make cursed energy, or he's just like, hold on, you know what? Give me your guns. Let me do something real quick.
Yeah.
Let me do something real quick.
You know, I wonder how like the impact of a cursed energy bullet would scale. Like if it's like a hole the size of like a softball with like a machine gun, do you think it would with cursed energy it would be like that wall is gone, or is that like too much?
Wait. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna like cause like explosions and shit, but I think it's just penetrating power just goes up exponentially in my opinion.
Right. So I put it to you like this. Additionally, Kurara, just Kurara, cursed energy amp, able to like kind of palm a car.
Yeah.
You know, a gun, I gotta assume has more kick to it than a little jump. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Got a little bit of fucking twang to it even.
Yeah. So you're basically firing a. Okay, this is gonna be a kind of a hot, like a crazy way to phrase this, but just so you guys get the visual. You're kind of firing granite blasts consecutively.
Bro, can you imagine? Ew, that sounds nasty. That sounds fucking dangerous.
Bro, imagine even a tenth of a granite blast with the rate of a machine gun. Devastating.
Yeah. Yeah. I need some curse energy, Za. All right, bro. What you need? Never mind. Yeah.
Bro, okay. So, guys, talk to me about this. Are we seeing like what do you get? Okay, first of all, what do you think of like the prospect of cursed energy amped guns and ammunitions?
Like how likely it is, or
both how likely, what do you think of it, and all this?
So I think it's extremely dangerous. Probably one of the it depends on how widespread the sorcerers like become, right? Because if they become a worldwide thing, those cursed energy guns just became like. They became as essential as like a gun in warfare, right? You can't leave home without it or whatever.
Right.
But if it's just something strictly like they stay a minority, they say something that is never really that common ground, then it's a very powerful tool that is a very specific usage. That's I think so. Like I think it's because in my opinion, right? It's not going to like okay. It's just because a bullet is always going to be a bullet when it comes to hitting a person, right?
Right.
You're not. It doesn't. If I amp it with cursed energy or not, it's gonna do its thing. It's gonna do its thing. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I feel about it. Now for sorcerers, let's just say I'm hoping UD stands in front of Mechami. All right. As for the likelihood of it, I don't really know because I doubt they can. They can reverse engineer it. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like themselves. Because if they could, I think they wouldn't have to kidnap these sorcerers.
I'm gonna shatter your whole world right now.
Okay.
Kenjaku can just rewire their brains for sorcery because he has Mahito's idol transfiguration.
Sure, but if he was interested in doing that, he probably wouldn't have told them to go there, right?
You can't open with that. You have to like, you know what I mean? You have to explain what it is, how it works, have them do the whole back and forth, and then you don't just like offer your biggest thing off rip.
It might, sure, right? But I'm saying it might actually be more beneficial to what he wants to just let them kill people, right? Get points, but create vengeful cursed spirits coming back into the world and creating more havoc. Because like as shown with Naoya, right? Becoming like if you're a competent sorcerer and you come back as a vengeful cursed spirit, your potential is skyrocketed, right?
Yeah.
You go from getting beat up by Maki to being like, you can't even touch me right now. I can have a domain expansion and it's a sure hit. Like
yeah.
you can heal. You understand cursed energy on a completely different level because you literally are made out of it. You're different.
I get that, but at the same time, it could be a bargaining chip. Like it's not like he's gotta make them gods. Like obviously they're always gonna be weaker, but like they're gonna be way stronger than like the average soldier. And additionally, right, Mahito, like the abilities Junpei developed when his brain got reworked were still pretty effective against anybody who was not Yuji, you know, who isn't like immune to poisons.
Yeah.
So I still think it's like you have the capacity for some really annoying soldiers, especially if you luck out and you find one that's a prodigy like Higuruma.
Yeah. I was talking about that. And because if you bring in 800 people, or if like obviously 800 people times like I don't know the bare minimum 4 countries Kenjaku talk to, right. You're bringing in 3,000 plus people.
Yeah, 2 of them,
a dozen of them being Higuruma. Like let's be honest,
and maybe 2 of them hitting that like hitting that
you
like
genuinely are scary. Like
yeah,
you can become, yeah. And the thing is, 3,200 sorcerers, right, might actually be a bigger pool than like the amount of sorcerers that
exist.
existed.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, period.
Dude,
Right?
that's crazy. Cause yeah, sorcerers are like a minority of a minority. So like, and
Yeah.
powerful sorcerers are a rare breed.
Yeah. 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 It's quite because it's like because I mean if I don't know you have some teachers and you have students, right? Keep in mind the classes are like 3 people deep. Yeah, 3,200 sorcerers entering and imagine, right?
Mhm.
Like sure they don't
And
have
this is all
the
before
benefit.
November. So if he does it
Yeah.
right now, you're talking about like a nice little like month. That's more than
Mhm.
Higuruma got.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Um
So, bro, we might be onto something between the
that
guns
should
and the idle
yeah,
transfiguration.
that shit's scary. I definitely think, and even here's the thing, right? Even if he doesn't initiate them with auto transfiguration, when they enter the cooling games, right? A lot of them will have techniques awakened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll have ability, and it's like, because I mean, most of the characters we've seen that get awakened techniques, they're powerful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Takaba, what? And
Yes.
like Higuruma, okay.
Dude,
Um,
Takaba is like, hold on, let's not let Takaba slide without like, because that is a what Gege literally said it could work on Gojo. Do you have any idea like the number of abilities that can even work on Gojo? Like that is so wild. That's Takaba, fucking Takaba. You know, like
yeah.
talk about being 5 minutes, right?
Hmm. It's just, it's and then and that's just 2 people we've seen, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you introduce thousands of people into the games, you are injecting the sorcery world with like so many possible subjects that they never would have had before.
Literally.
Hmm.
Uh,
That's fucking wild.
yeah. Wow. So eventful chapter. U.S. military about to go crazy. Now that they got
Yeah.
like irrefutable proof from Kenjaku about like the efficacy of sorcery and all this shit. Um, I am a little like okay. This is gonna be like a little political bro in me, but like
Uh-huh.
the motivation of one of the guys to be like, oh yeah, it could be an alternative for our reliance on like oil and all this crap. Um, what the fuck makes you think oil companies aren't gonna like lobby against it, right? Like, do you have like you have to work with so many like politicians to get any kind of legislation in the U.S. I mean, across that like the sheer amount of money oil companies have built over the years, like even if you got cursed energy, like if you got every sorcerer, if you got Gojo to like give you energy for if you had 1,000 Gojos, right, just to like use as energy, you still wouldn't be able to use any of it because like a lot of these politicians would get lobbied like crazy to like not switch from oil, which to me is like kind of a plot hole.
Hmm.
It's like, well, how do you? I mean, saying is one thing, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's clear though that a lot of it is the person just giving lip service,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, no, obviously, but
Yeah.
like okay, if it's enough to convince the U.S. president to like go into Japan to do this, it's like, yeah, right, but like
Hmm.
just say, bro, say it. Like you
Hmm.
want super soldiers. Like
Yeah.
you're literally amongst like army generals and a guy who has like magic powers, and in the Oval Office, who is overhearing you? Just say, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I want super soldiers to like become the new world god king. You could say that. It would be like more plausible to me than just like this hullabaloo about energy.
Yeah, no, I think it's just the air of like you're trying to be noble, right? Like
Mm,
we're doing this for the planet. We're not doing this for warfare, right? We're simply acquiring these human beings and experimenting on them for the sake of the greater good. That's all. Because like that, because it's crazy, right? Because when General McMustache right pops up and is like, so you want me to just like prepare troops to invade and steal Japanese people, and he's like, oh, don't say it out loud.
yeah,
No,
right.
no, even I think it's great. Like you clearly don't like. Be honest, bro. Be for real. Yeah,
Like, dude, it's just I don't. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, yeah. Um, Yeah.
What about you guys in chat? Yuta tells the soldiers don't move. Okay, y'all are writing fan fiction in chat.
They're just like, yeah. Bro, I'm not gonna. Let's see. The fact that they mentioned Japanese American citizens is kind of, yeah. I think with the history of like them doing that with other world wars is definitely. I would definitely assume it's intentional on Gege's part. To mention like that somewhat offhandedly comment from the president. Well, they're our citizens. You gotta take care of them. Blah blah blah. It's like, what is your definition of take care?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, why do you? Okay, so people are saying like Yuta, Uro, and Ushiguro. Like, why do you think these guys are working together? Why do you
Yeah,
think they're gonna
bro, like,
become the fucking
I didn't want
Avengers?
to. I didn't want to like rain on their parade, but like, Uro just got her arm ate out. Like what do you like? What do you? She is not cooperating, dog. Like,
Yuta literally said, "I can't. If I even try to talk to her, she's just gonna start throwing hands. I'm gonna have to beat her up again." Like,
yeah.
And Ishigori right now, something like that position, he'd be like, "Man, I'm not doing shit anymore.
Yeah.
I'm done. I literally got my dessert.
Yeah.
I'm chilling." He just sat up. He's just gonna be fucking sunbathing. Just like, whatever.
All right, listen,
like, I don't got
Leon.
anything to do.
I'm never gonna stop somebody from making fan fiction. All right, but I am gonna clown y'all a little bit because you clown on me all the time.
Yeah, bro. Listen, as a prior fan fiction maker, I'm throwing stones from a house made of glass that is also very, very fragile, like particularly fragile glass.
Wait, you wrote?
However,
what? Wait, back up. You wrote fan fiction?
I'm making a riff on the fact that like I had a channel before, like what ifs. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's technically fan fiction, huh?
Yeah, it's basically what it is, right? So I'm throwing stones from a very, very fragile glass house.
Not me, bro. I'm not built like
that. But these rocks are fun as fuck to throw, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
I've never been creative enough to do fan fiction. Because like I don't I'll put it to you this way, right? I'm a firm believer in like what happens in the way the characters act, even if I disagree with it strongly, it's canonically how the characters act. So if it's a case of like, can I write it better? You know, it's like,
yeah, I can write it better.
I'm just writing different characters is basically like the thing. So it's like, what's the point? Just Lord knows if I made some Bleach fan fiction. Okay, nope, can't go there. For two reasons.
Oh wait, oh my, well, no, first of all, your fan fiction ain't gonna have anything to do with fucking the plot, but yeah, all right, cool, yeah. Bro said fixing. I'm sick.
Yeah, I just told BR what I do with Bleach fan fiction.
All right, so now that you told me, guys, it's time for me to reveal to you.
Hubris won't.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice little end here to the stream. Unless you have anything else you want to say.
No, I don't. Nah.
Is there a break next week?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, for Weekly Shonen Jump, right?
I don't know if it's My Hero comes in 7 days, so it's just JJK.
Oh, that's weird.
Which means there's nothing worthwhile reading in the magazine next week, unfortunately.
We got My Hero, Black Clover.
So there's nothing. No, I'm joking. But yeah.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, guys. RIP Super Smartphone. Yeah, check us out, Spotify, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Are we forgetting?
Hope you guys enjoyed the stream.
Okay. Are we forgetting Miwa and her hair color explanation? What? Oh, that. Why isn't that like an old panel? What am I doing? Yeah. Anyway, later, guys.
Peace.